The powerhouse Los Angeles Lakers versus the savvy Boston Celtics. It's a storied rivalry. Up next on 2K Sports.
We're holding court at the home of the Celtics here in beautiful Boston, Massachusetts. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg.
Welcome to GamePro Sports video review of NBA 2K10. I'm editor Scott Pitlick, and I'm going to walk you through some of the great and not so great things about this game. Let's start off with the basics of any game, gameplay. Gameplay in NBA 2K10 has improved over last year's, with better shooting and dribbling animations that make the action look far more authentic. Steadfast fans should make note of all the changes to last year's controller configuration. Dribble moves are no longer performed by moving the left thumbstick around and pressing turbo. Instead, the left trigger acts as a modifier, allowing you to perform jab steps and other moves before you start dribbling, followed by every other kind of dribble move imaginable once you start moving. Gone are the days of running around blasting turbo with little repercussions. Now players' energy is displayed in a bar below their feet, and it drains as you hold down the right trigger. If you run out of turbo but keep slamming on it anyway, you'll start to directly drain your player's stamina bar, which can only be replenished by resting him on the bench. Also gone is Lock-On D. Well, sort of. It's now called Intense D, and it isn't as effective as Lock-On D was. Holding down the left trigger on defense will still lock onto your opponent and follow him, but it makes mistakes and requires you to help out. It also drains your turbo meter, so players should use it sparingly. Sadly, all of these improvements can get lost in a sea of lag, as NBA 2K10 suffers from the same frame rate issues the series has for years now. The diehard fans can look past it, but it may be too much for the casual fans to handle. The game's presentation is nothing short of stunning. Almost all the player models have been improved and look identical to their real-world counterparts. And on top of all the dribbling and shooting animations I just spoke of, 2K Sports also added in emotional animations. Emotional animations, you ask? What I mean by that is the players' facial expressions now reflect their emotion. They'll yell when they're all hyped up, and they'll grimace when they're getting hit. They'll even look surprised when they get an unexpected hand in their face on a jump shot. It's subtle, but it goes a long way to making everything seem real. Players aren't the only thing that got attention, though. The arena's atmosphere have been improved and are much more immersive than last year's. There are more crowd chants than before, and they're much more timely. The PA announcers are far more energetic, and the commentary by Kevin Harlan and Clark Kellogg is much smoother and more accurate than it was last year. Hell, they've even added in rim-rattling sound effects on dunks and layups.
Deucing for him. Lofts it up. Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead.
For a feature that showed so much promise, My Player Mode is a test of one's patience. For those who play Draft Combine and have a player waiting to jump into the NBA, you may want to rethink your decision, as you'll likely end up wallowing around in the D-League. Now I understand that playing in the NBA doesn't come easy, but My Player Mode is almost too difficult for its own good. For example, I created My Player and he was drafted early in the second round, rated 44 overall. 10 hours later, I had improved his overall rating to a 52 and began playing in the Spurs training camp, only to be cut by the third game and shunned to the D-League. Now if my player was terrible, that'd be one thing, but I had an overall teammate grade of an A- and was consistently the top scorer on my team. And how was I rewarded for my 10 long hours of putting up with horrendous camera angles and terrible teammates? Yeah, that's not my idea of fun. Putting aside its flaws, My Player Mode is probably enjoyable for people with tons of patience and who like RPG games. I'm just not one of those people. The association is bread and butter of NBA 2K10, and it's as good as ever. The computer has improved trade logic and now offers all kinds of tempting deals much more frequently than last year. The D-League is also a new part of the association, allowing you to watch how a player performs and gauge his potential free agency value. Add in restricted free agents and the ability to create your own draft classes from scratch, and you've got the best association mode in existence. What's even better is how it's integrated online. That's right, call up your friends, or even better, track them down on Xbox Live, because for the first time ever, NBA 2K10 allows you to play a full 5-on-5 game with friends. Though we wouldn't really recommend that, unless 2K Sports can sort out the lag issues. Regardless, every mode in NBA 2K10 is playable online with friends, and that offers something no other sports games can boast. And by every, I mean every, including association mode, where you can now team up with your buddy and take down the NBA one game at a time. NBA Today is less of a mode and more of an all-inclusive feature that can be felt throughout the entire NBA 2K10 experience. So long as you're connected to the internet, NBA 2K10 will gather real-life news and statistics to keep all the commentary and overlays up to date with what's really happening around the league. It's also part of the player progression living roster system which was implemented in NBA 2K10. All in all, NBA 2K10 is a fantastic game. But is it worth the $60? Well, if 2K can solve some of the lag issues online, then I'd say this is absolutely worth a purchase. Die-hard fans will no doubt buy this game regardless. But if you're looking to get into the NBA 2K series for the first time, or you're specifically interested in the My Player mode, I'd give it a rent first. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the written review at GameProSports.com.